Echoes never sleep. Every morning starts with shadows at the side of my bed. Conversations with the ghosts that still live inside my head. I built a smile out of fragments, wore it like a suit of gold, but every crack revealed a story that I never truly told. People only saw the victories, never watched me lose. Never felt the weight of standing with impossible shoes. Every keep your head up sounded hollow in the rain, when the thunder knew my secrets and the lightning knew my pain. I carried expectations like mountains on my spine, searching every broken mirror for a reason I still shine. I asked the sky for answers, but it answered with a storm. So I learned to build a fire where my heart could stay warm. If courage is a language, then my scars became the ink. Every time I reached the edge, I taught myself to think not about the fear of falling, but the strength to rise again. Because every closed chapter becomes another place to begin. The silence gets louder whenever I'm alone. The walls remember everything I'm never shown. But if the night believes it can bury my light, I'll become the sunrise after every fight. The echoes never sleep, they follow every mile. They hide beyond my memories, they wait beyond my smile. They whisper every failure, every tear I've ever cried, but they never learn that hope is something they can't hide. The echoes never sleep, but neither does my soul. Every broken piece inside me still remembers every goal. I won't let yesterday define the man I'll be, because my future speaks louder than what remembers me. I stopped asking why the road was made of broken stone, started asking how to build a kingdom from alone. Pain became a teacher with impossible demands, until wisdom slowly formed inside these shaking hands. Every door that closed became another wall to climb. Every loss became a lesson borrowed from hard times. The people who abandoned me became my greatest proof that roots grow even deeper when they're searching for the truth. I don't wear perfection, I've never claimed that crown. I've just learned that every giant starts by falling down. Every heartbeat carries battles nobody can see, so I choose compassion first for you and also me. The mirror stopped accusing me the day I looked within and found that real redemption doesn't always have to win. Sometimes it's surviving one more ordinary day, choosing not to quit when every part of you says walk away. If tomorrow never promises a road that's smooth, I'll still lace my shoes with purpose, walk in truth. If the wind keeps pushing backward, I'll lean into the climb, because the strongest trees are shaped by weather over time. My name isn't written by the fear I've overcome, it's written by the footsteps toward the person I'll become. The echoes may remember every chapter filled with pain, but they cannot erase the sunrise after rain. The echoes never sleep, but I don't run away. I meet them with forgiveness at the breaking of the day. Every scar's a sentence in the story that I write. Every one becomes a reason I keep reaching for the light. The echoes never sleep, but neither does my dream. Even when the world is darker than it ever seemed, I'll keep moving forward though the night is deep, because hope keeps waking, even if the echoes never sleep. Even if the echoes never sleep. Even if the echoes never sleep. So if you hear your past calling louder than your name, remember every wildfire once began with just one flame. The echoes may survive, but they don't own your soul. One fearless step at a time, you'll become whole. Shadows know my story. I've been walking through the night with the weight of 10 lives, smiling through the storms while the thunder filled my mind. Every step I took was heavy, every dream was hard to hold, trying to find a little warmth in a world that felt so cold. They applauded every victory, but never saw the climb. Never heard the conversations I was having with my mind. Every scar became a landmark on a road nobody knew. Every broken piece inside me slowly taught me how to move. The mirror never lied to
to me when everyone else did. It reflected every chapter that I desperately kept hid. I learned silence has an echo louder than a crowded room, and hope can grow like flowers even underneath the gloom. When the lights all disappear, when there's no one standing near, I still hear a quiet voice telling me I have a choice. Shadows know my story. They followed every mile. They watched me lose my way and taught me how to smile. Shadows know my story. They seen every tear, but they also watched me rise every single year. I will let the darkness write the ending of my life. Every sunrise proves I survived another night. There were days I wanted answers, nights I couldn't sleep, dreams that felt impossible, mountains far too steep. People only saw the surface, never looked within. They judged the finished picture, never saw where I've been. Failure wore familiar shoes, it knocked on every door, but every time it found me, I stood a little more. The pain became a teacher, the fear became a guide. I found my greatest strength waiting on the other side. If tomorrow brings another storm, I stand beneath the rain. If another door should close, I build my own again. If my voice begins to shake, I still speak the truth, because courage isn't perfect, it's choosing to keep moving. Final shadows know my story. They remember every fall, but they also know I never stop answering the call. Shadows know my story. They see me lose and win. Every ending that I feared became another place to begin. So let the darkness watch me, let the silence hear my name. I won't bow before my past, I won't surrender to the pain. My scars are not my prison, they're proof that I endured. Every chapter made me stronger, every wound became a cure. One day, the shadows won't define me. They'll remind me that I kept believing when belief was all I had. That I kept walking when every road disappeared. That I kept hoping when hope was barely breathing. Shadows know my story, but they don't own it. I do.
Mama said the loudest cries are often never heard, so I learned to hide my pain behind carefully chosen words. Smiled through every photograph, laughed when people stared, but nobody could see the weight that I quietly carried there. Every hallway held an echo from the battles I survived. Every dream I built was questioned before it came alive. I memorized the art of looking like I had it all, while secretly rebuilding pieces after every fall. The mirror knew my secrets that I never dared to tell. It watched me shake with confidence while fighting through my hell. Every I'm okay was armor, every grin a disguise. 1,000 storms were raging behind determined eyes. I watched friendships disappear when life became too hard. Some people love your sunshine but abandon every scar. Still I kept on moving forward with a heart that wouldn't quit, cause hope kept whispering softly, you were made for more than this.
Quiet leaves remind us, invisible but deep. Some wounds don't bleed forever. Some wounds just never sleep. Silence has scars. They don't fade with time. Hidden beneath the strongest smiles, buried between the lines. Silence has scars. But scars can still
I remember every promise that dissolved into the rain, every door that slowly closed while I stood calling names. Every night I questioned whether I was worth the fight, searching for tomorrow underneath a broken night. People judge the chapters without reading through the book. Never saw the strength that I really truly took. Every failure built a staircase that success would someday climb. Every setback became another reason I survived. There were mornings filled with silence, louder than a crowd. Moments where I doubted if I'd ever make them proud. But I found a quiet courage growing underneath the pain, like flowers breaking through the concrete after days of endless rain. Now I speak for every soul that's learning how to stand, for every shaking heartbeat reaching for another chance, for the child who lost their confidence because of someone else's words, for the dreamer told repeatedly that they would never be heard. You're not measured by rejection, you're not defined by fear. Every tear you've ever cried has brought your purpose near. Mountains weren't created just to block another view. Sometimes they're reminders of the strength inside of you. If your world feels cold tonight, if the road is hard to see, know that every sunrise once survived the darkest evening. One day the silence won't control you, the echoes won't define you, the chains will finally break. One day you'll wear your scars with honor, you'll thank the nights that shaped you. You'll realize you never lost yourself. You were becoming someone stronger, so don't surrender now. The story isn't finished, the ending hasn't been written. Keep walking. Silent scars, but scars become proof that I survived the battles that were meant to bury me. Silent scars, but hope has a voice. Today I choose courage. Today I choose faith. Today I choose to rise. I am more than every failure, more than every fear, more than every lonely night that whispered I should disappear. The silence may remember my pain, but it will also remember the day I refuse to stay broken. If my voice trembles, I'll still speak. If my hands shake, I'll still build. If the road disappears, I'll still walk. Because courage isn't born when life is easy, it is forged in the moments when every reason to quit meets one reason to keep going. These scars don't tell the story how I was defeated. They tell the story of how I survived. And if the world grows silent again, let it hear this truth. The deepest wounds can become the brightest light. The strongest souls are often the ones who learn to smile while carrying invisible scars. And from this day forward, my silence no longer hides my pain. It carries my strength.
Bleeding in HD. Every sunrise feels like another courtroom. Another day where the world decides my truth. They only see the highlights, never the heartbreak. The applause, never the pressure that it took. I've mastered smiling through disasters. Made broken look beautiful enough to survive. Every compliment hides another expectation. Every victory demands another fight. I wear confidence like borrowed armor. Pray nobody notices the cracks. The louder the crowd screams my name, the quieter I become inside. They rewind my failures in slow motion, frame by frame, mistake by mistake. But they never watch the nights where I stitch my soul back together. Every heartbeat tells a story. Every heartbeat tells a story. Every scar remembers why. You can blur the outside picture, but you can't pixelate a cry. I'm bleeding in HD. Every wound in perfect clarity. The whole world watches, but nobody feels the weight on me. I'm bleeding in HD, still standing on exhausted knees. If pain is my reality, then resilience is my legacy. And resilience is my legacy. I stopped asking why life chose me and started asking what it was building. Every closed door taught me patience. Every storm reshaped my vision. I've walked through rooms where doubt was louder than my dreams. Still I carried hope like a flame, refusing to surrender. Some people measure success by the numbers on a screen. I measure mine by every morning I chose not to quit. Because strength isn't never falling, it's rising with shaking hands, looking fear in the face, and taking one more step. If the lights expose my scars, let them shine. If the cameras catch my tears, let them fall.
I'm done hiding, I'm done pretending. This broken heart still knows how to beat.
I'm bleeding in HD, not because I'm weak, but because healing leaves evidence behind. Every scar is a signature, every tear is a testimony. Every chapter is proof that I survived the pages that were written against me. The picture is clear now, I was never falling apart. It will be about how I kept living, even when the whole world could see every wound in high definition.
They told me storms were temporary, but they settled in my bones. Every road I ever trusted somehow led me home alone. Built a house with broken promises, a roof of shattered dreams. Learned that every perfect picture hides 1,000 silent screams. I carry mountains on my shoulders with a smile on my face. Ran a marathon through darkness, never asking for a break. Every scar became a sentence, every bruise became a page. Now my life reads like a novel written inside a cage. People only clap for victories, they never hear the cries. Never count the sleepless nights or all the tears behind my eyes. They see confidence, not questions, they see strength, not all the fear. I've been fighting with my shadow while pretending it's not here. If hope is just a candle, let it burn against the wind. Even if the flame grows weaker, I refuse to let it end. I'm the last man holding hope, standing where the cold winds blow. Even when the whole world leaves, I'll still plant tomorrow's seeds. If my voice
and I won't let go. Yeah. Failure knew my first name long before success could speak. Every loss became a lesson carved across my shattered dreams. I shook hands with disappointment, looked it straight into the eyes. Found that courage isn't born until your comfort slowly dies. I've been doubted by the loudest and abandoned by the close. Still I found another reason every morning that I rose. Not because the road was easy, not because I felt no pain, but because I knew surrender only multiplies the chains. Every tear became a river, every river reached the sea. Now the waves that tried to drown me push my destiny to me. I don't need another hero, I don't need another sign. I've discovered broken people sometimes shine the brightest light. If the sky should fall tonight, I'll become another star. If they bury every dream, I'll grow forest through the scars. If my heartbeat is the drum, then my soul will lead the march. Hope was never made of comfort, hope survives inside the dark. I'm the last man holding home, with a fire they can't control. Every wound became a spark, lighting up the endless dark. When they say it's far too late, I'll keep building anyway. Every step, every breath, every dream I still defend. I was made to rise again. I'm the last man holding home, and this isn't where I am. When the world remembers fear, I'll remember why I stayed. When the world forgets to dream, I'll keep dreaming unafraid. Hope isn't the absence of pain. Hope is choosing to keep walking through it. And as long as my heart still beats, I'll never be the man who gave up. I'll be the last man holding hope.
You're full of strangers. I stood before the mirror searching for the child I knew, but every passing season painted someone new. 1,000 different versions wore the outline of my face. Each one carried silent battles time could never erase. The glass reflected questions that no crowd could understand. Dreams slipped through my fingers like forgotten grains of sand. I chased 100 finish lines, believing they'd explain why success could fill a room, but never quiet pain. People only celebrate the mountain that you climb. They rarely see the night you spend negotiating with time. Every heartbeat held a story I was terrified to tell, building heaven in my vision while surviving private hell. I learned that fear is patient, always waiting for a crack, whispering that every wrong step pulls your future back. But courage isn't born when life is finally fair. It's choosing one more step when nobody is there. Who is staring back at me? A stranger or the man I'm meant to be? If I break this reflection into pieces on the floor, will I finally find myself beneath what's been ignored? This mirror's full of strangers, wearing pieces of my name. Faces built from victories, failures lost in flame. Every crack reminds me I survived another fight. Every broken reflection still remembers chasing light. The mirror never lies, but it never tells it all. It can't measure every time I chose to stand instead of fall. I'll keep becoming someone yesterday could never see, until the stranger in the glass finally looks like me. I carried expectations like a city on my chest, trying to convince the world that I was stronger than the rest. But strength without compassion is a castle made of dust. Real power grows the moment you learn who you can trust. I forgave the younger version who believed he wasn't enough, the one who wore fake confidence to hide a life made rough. He wasn't weak, he simply hadn't learned to see that healing isn't instant, it's built patiently. The voices of my past still knock upon the door, but they don't own the house they once controlled before. I've changed the locks with wisdom, painted every wall with grace, and filled the empty silence with a hope no fear scar could speak, it wouldn't ask for pity. It would tell the story of a soul that refused to quit. If every tear became a river, I'd build a bridge across, walking toward tomorrow instead of counting loss. I am not every mistake, I am not every regret. I am the choice to keep rising long after the sun has set. This mirror's full of strangers, but I know one thing is true. Every version led me closer to a life that's real and new. I don't need perfection shining back into my eyes. I need the strength to recognize the truth beyond disguise. The mirror's full of strangers, but they help me understand. Every chapter shapes the person who still chooses to stand. So I'll face tomorrow boldly, heart unchained and free, until the stranger in the mirror becomes the best of me. One reflection, 1,000 memories, a million chances. The glass can show my face, only I can define my future.